I was thinking about something that's so central to, well, being human, but that we get wrong a lot. And that's this idea of community. So today, let's really dig in and figure out what makes a community not just exist, but actually last.
All right, so let's just get right to it with a really simple, but actually pretty deep question. Why do we really go looking for communities in the first place? I mean, what is it that we're truly, fundamentally searching for?
And, the funny thing is, there's a pretty common answer to that question. Most of us see community through this lens, what we're calling the common view. We see it as a place to get stuff, right? A place to receive information, to get benefits, to find that next big opportunity. It's very transactional.
Okay, so if that whole transactional, what can I get view is kind of flawed, then what's the alternative? What are the real ingredients? Let's peel back the layers and see what actually builds a community that can stand the test of time. And boom, here it is. This is the big shift in thinking. A real, enduring community, it's the complete opposite of that transactional model. It's not about what you can take out, it's about what you put in. It's a group that's built on a foundation of slow, steady, consistent contribution, and of course, shared values.
So you might be asking, okay, great, but how do you do that? Well, it really boils down to these three pillars. First, there's participation. And this isn't about making some grand, heroic gesture. It's just showing up consistently. Then you've got trust. And trust isn't something you can demand, it's earned through being reliable over and over again. And finally, the big one, time. It's the one ingredient you absolutely cannot cheat or speed up.
Now, this is where things get really, really interesting and honestly a little counterintuitive. Let's talk about what I'm calling the paradox of trust and this idea of finding strength when things get quiet.
So here's the #1 killer of communities. You've been there, right? You join a new group, a new project, whatever, and at first, it's amazing. There's a ton of energy, lots of messages flying around. But then, it gets quiet. The buzz fades, and that's when people start to drift away, thinking, oh well, I guess this is over. That is the critical moment.
But here's the secret, the thing most people miss. The quiet isn't a bug, it's a feature. Trust isn't built during the big, loud, exciting launch parties. Trust is forged exactly in those quiet moments. It's built by the people who stick around when it's not exciting, who keep showing up. That's how you build real, unbreakable bonds.
And once you really get that, once you understand the power of those quiet periods, your entire perspective just shifts. Community stops feeling like a short-term thing you dip into and becomes what it really is, a long-term investment, one that pays compounding dividends.
I mean, just think about your own life, your best friends, the people you can really count on. That didn't happen overnight, did it? It was built over years of small moments, shared jokes, just being there. It's exactly the same here. In year 1, it's just interactions. By year 5, you have a shared history. And by year 10, that's when you get that deep, profound level of trust and support.
So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. Community is not a tool. It's not some kind of leverage you get to pull when you suddenly need something. No, it's a garden. It's something you have to tend to, something you take care of day in and day out.
All right, so let's bring this all home. What can you actually do with all this? Well, think of this as an invitation to start investing. Here's your call to action.
And look, it's really simple, but that doesn't mean it's easy. First, just stay present. Don't bail when things get quiet. Second, stay engaged. Keep contributing, even in small ways. And third, trust the process. Have faith that the small, consistent actions are building something real, even when you can't see it right away. That's it. That's how you build something that lasts.
So as we wrap this up, I'm just going to leave you with one final thought, one question to kind of chew on. In your life, in your work, in your relationships, what are you building that will truly last?